this came partly from having a business data analyst on your team, who I've met. I just briefly wanted to hear what is a business analyst doing at a snow and landscape company, and how much green industry experience did they have prior to you hiring them?
Okay, so several years ago we realized we're collecting a massive amount of data between the devices in the field that guys are logging in and out of, between all the recruiting that we've done, our website, visits to the website, our social media posts, our training videos, all this stuff. We're collecting a massive amount of data on a daily basis on products to use, on what those costs were. And we realized we were maybe using, I mean, some people claim to be using 60% of their data in this seminar. I doubt that that's true. I would say it's probably less than 10%.
I believe it.
Weather data, I mean, less than 10. Like, it's all the features that we have in our vehicles or have in Microsoft Power BI or in Excel or Word, whatever you use, right? You're probably not using every feature. You're using maybe the 10% of the features that you know, and I would challenge that as a company, we were maybe using 5% of the data we were collecting. Sure, you're looking back at the end of the year, looking at, oh, did we do well on this client or not? It wasn't a daily, did we do well? It wasn't really a weekly, did we do well? It was more like at the end of the year when we go to renew the contract, how did we do this year?
Sure.
Well, when I hired the data analyst that we brought in and started the data analytics team, they started diving into the daily numbers. Like, what do we have to do on a daily basis? They weren't, or a monthly, you know, they start out at the monthly. What do we do monthly to be successful? And then they drive down to, or what do we have to do quarterly? And then it was monthly. And then what do we have to do weekly? Now, what is a successful day data-wise? What does that look like? Were we profitable on every service that we did this day? And if not, why? Right? Because day equal month, month equals quarter, quarter equals year. And if you're not profitable, if you're not focused on profitable on every service that you do and what level of profitability, just one or two things can cost you margin points at the end of the year.
I just thought that was a good point that came from your talk and from getting to know you, that a lot of people say, oh, I can't hire anybody. I need somebody who has 10 years of green industry experience. And maybe you don't. Maybe having somebody who has no green industry experience, who comes in and drives the numbers and challenges you and can bring a new perspective that can change the trajectory of your company.
With your data analytics team, there are no sacred cows. They're willing to slay anything. Like, if you think you drive Fords and they think Chevys are the better option,
right?
Or they see a higher production number with a given truck versus another, a piece of equipment versus another. Like, they're willing to slay that sacred thing that you're like, oh, we're not switching to Ford trucks. And believe me, with my brother, we would never switch to Ford trucks. But as this data, the data reveals the truth, right? It does not lie. And as you start looking at this data and your production numbers and why are you doing it a certain way, or why are you traveling that route that way? Hey, could we use a different piece of equipment that's more efficient on this site? Like, all these things that used to be sacred, or you grow up in the green industry, when you bring someone outside of the green industry that really starts to question why you're doing something that way, and a lot of times you like shoo them off, like, leave that alone.
Right.
That's I love that. And a lot of times they find things that you should be more aware of, because at the end of the day, yes, you want to have fun in what you're doing. You want to be, quote unquote, comfortable, but at the same time, the end of the day is net profit. The end of the day is happy customers produce great margins.
Hey, it's Jack Jossis, and if you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the link at the end of this video for additional sales, marketing, and leadership ideas to grow your snow and landscape company.